How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. Now on today's show, there's only one thing we are going to speak about because Jurgen Klopp has announced he's leaving Liverpool.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. That's right.
So, like I said, there's only one thing we will be speaking about today, and it's the huge breaking news in the last 20 minutes. Jurgen Klopp has decided he is leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. Now, I'll tell you something, this came like a bolt out of the blue. Where on earth did this come from? I was not expecting it, and I've got absolutely no doubt that Liverpool fans were not expecting it. I've watched his video, his little farewell message to the Liverpool fans, and it's just absolutely mental. How are Liverpool going to deal with this? Jurgen Klopp came over to Liverpool 8 years ago, and he completely revolutionised the club. He got them back on their feet. Now, don't get me wrong. Liverpool before Klopp, had won Champions Leagues and everything. We remember the night in Istanbul and all the rest of it. But the one thing they were always missing was that Premier League title. Another league title. Over 20 years since they'd last won a league title. I think it was nearly 30 years, something along them lines. And it was always that one. They just wanted to get the Premier League. Because obviously when they won the league last, it wasn't the Premier League. It was the old Division 1 league title. So they never technically had a Premier League. He's came in, he's got them their Premier League. And I know we all banter and joke about it being, the COVID Cup. It was the season when there was no fans and everything else. But he achieved it. He won Liverpool the title. And I'm not going to sit here and disrespect Jurgen Klopp as a manager because what he's done is just phenomenal. He will go up there as one of the greats in Premier League history. When you talk about your Sir Alex Ferguson's, your Arsene Wenger's, Jurgen Klopp. It's that simple. Came in, like I said, 8 years ago from Borussia Dortmund. And I don't think anybody would have thought that he would have had the success that he did. Maybe the odd trophy here or there. But, he achieved so much. And if it wasn't for Man City's dominance, then he would have had more league titles, because you've got to think about the league titles he lost out on when they finished second with ridiculous amounts of points. And Man City went on these ridiculous end of season runs, and any other year they win the title. So, and he's been going head to head with Pep Guardiola. And it's mad. I just still can't get my head around him leaving. Premier League, Champions League, Super Cup, FIFA Club World Cup, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and Community Shield. He's done it all. And this season's not even finished yet. Let's remember, they've got a final already to look forward to, which is the Carabao Cup. They're currently top of the Premier League. Do I think they're going to win it? No. But they're there. And this might even give them that little extra motivation now. This could be something to step up the levels even more with the players. Europa League, FA Cup, etc. But, one of the things that he said, and it was quite telling, is that the energy, and that he's basically tired. He can't give all of that energy anymore. And I get it. It's a long time, 8 years at a club. And he's put so much into it. He obviously feels that his body has just had enough. He needs a break. I don't know if he's going to come back into football, probably take a, year out or something. You know what it's like with managers, players, all these type of things. When you come out of the game, you're like, I need a break. I want to rest. And then you spend a few months on holiday with your feet up. And then all of a sudden it's like, I need to get back into it. So will he go back to Germany? That's an interesting one. But yeah, I get it. When I see that, and he says that he's tired and he can't give that energy, and it's, what do they call the style of football that he brought to Liverpool? It was like heavy metal football, wasn't it? Is what they said, and it was all 100 miles an hour, and it was crazy. And you think of that front three that they had of Firmino, Salah, and Mane, and they used to just tear teams to pieces. And yeah, listen, he's an exceptional manager. And what he's achieved at Liverpool is, yeah, probably beyond their wildest dreams. Obviously, now there's going to be a lot of talk about who could replace him. The name that everybody's mentioning straight away is Xavi Alonso. I get it. I know why. Former player. You look at what he's doing right now in the Bundesliga. And if he goes on to win that and break the dominance of Bayern Munich, then it's all set up for him to go in at Liverpool. But it will be very, very difficult to go in after somebody like Jurgen Klopp and has been so successful. You look at Manchester United, managers going in after Sir Alex Ferguson, they're still trying to do it now. You look at Arsenal, we had Unai Emery first, now it's Mikel Arteta going in behind Arsene Wenger, and how difficult that was. So yeah, Xavi Alonso, I get it, I understand it. He's an exceptional manager, but he's been a manager for around about 6-7 months. And yeah, if he does go and win the Bundesliga, that kind of puts him on a pedestal and raises his profile even more. If he doesn't, still a quality manager. But going into Liverpool, the size of Liverpool, that's the biggest issue. We're not talking about a small club. We're talking about one of the biggest clubs in world football. It's difficult. You look in terms of England alone, you've got Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, the three biggest and historic clubs in England, that between the three of them have won countless trophies, more than anybody else. I know what's missing off Arsenal's CV and everything. You don't need to tell me, but yeah, listen, at the end of the day, going into Liverpool is going to be difficult. There's been talk about the Brighton manager. That could be an option. Premier League proven, has been here over a year now. You think of what he's done at Brighton and the way they play football. Imagine him going in at Liverpool with the kind of, level that he would go up to. So that could be an option. But yeah, Xavi Alonso, I think for the sentimental side of things, is an option that everybody's talking about. When I put a tweet out earlier on saying about, who will Liverpool get in to replace him, you look at 90% of the answers, they're all Xavi Alonso. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what he does for the remainder of this season. And then whether he wants to, go in at Liverpool. I think because he was a player there and the sentimental side of things, yes. Because it might be his only opportunity to go in there. And so you look at that and you think, okay, can it happen? Can it happen? But it's interesting. There's going to be loads of talk over the next, 4 or 5 months or so, see what happens. I'm sure that Liverpool probably want to get this done and dusted quite quickly, and there's not a lot hanging over and talking about it. But they know that they've got time as well. With Jurgen Klopp making this announcement now, they've got that little bit of time. So it's not all rushed. And then come the end of the season, everybody can kind of, get on with things because they would have already digested it. But yeah, listen, I banter everybody from every club and everything else, but this is one of the one times you'll see me doing a serious video where I can do nothing but praise Jurgen Klopp. He's a phenomenal manager. He's achieved unbelievable things at Liverpool. He will be a huge miss to not just Liverpool, but the Premier League. And yeah, I can only wish him well, whatever he does in the future, whether he goes on to manage it, somewhere else, goes back to Germany or whatever it might be. But it's been a crazy 8 years, and he's achieved a lot, and still got some things to, go and try and achieve this season. So we'll see what happens with the remainder of the season. But yeah, Jurgen Klopp is leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. It's a shock. I am still shocked about it, but this is football. We move on. So yeah, listen, if you are new around here, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you leave the comments about this. What do you think about this news of Klopp leaving Liverpool at the end of the season? Who should replace him? So let me know. If you're new around here, like I was saying, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot very soon. I'm out of here.